Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what ye are. Above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of Safe Space for Men. I'm your host as usual. Before we get started, please remember to rate, review, like, subscribe, download, and share the podcast. I truly appreciate it. Today I got this distinct honor. I'm joined by a father, an uncle, entrepreneur, mentor, songwriter, son, chef and owner of Zuri Cooks, my husband, and my favorite big brother, Mr. Zuri Hammond to my right. What's going on, brother?
I can't complain. That's an honor to be here, man. Man, that was a lot. I never heard anybody.
Yeah, I've been getting better. I try to list like everything everybody does, and like just what I see. You know what I'm saying, like, or what I think. Like I know what you do, so I like to share it with the world. But
that's love, man. Yeah, I've never heard all that in front of my name. That's big shit.
As you before I get into it, just mental health check. How you feeling?
I'm all right. So, recovering from the injury I was telling you about. But
right.
Mentally, we doing all we can. World going wild right now, but we doing what we can.
I sound with speaking. There you go. You good?
Yeah, I'm all right so far.
All right. First thing I got for you, I'm gonna get right to it. We both dads, so a lot of my advice comes from you. So what has fatherhood done for you?
What is it done? It's definitely grown. Is that a word? Grown me.
Yeah.
It made me more mature.
Okay.
My awareness went up, I guess, if you want to say that, but it's also taught me how to listen.
Okay.
More than listen first, a lot more than react first. I used to be a reaction type guy. The kids, everybody used to call me the little hawk because the way I would react, like you tell me one thing is
right,
but being a father has definitely taught me more to learn how to listen and maybe more understand that a child at some point may have an opinion or a view of something, so don't discredit them much.
I definitely think the listening part, like I didn't get that probably till recent. Like I think we always like young parents, so you kind of like try to mimic whatever you was taught.
Right.
Like we come up from parents who just whatever the fuck I say, you do it.
That's it.
And then and you try to like transfer that to your kids, but that don't always work because different times, different ages, and everything. It's just a different day and age altogether. And I had to I didn't realize that. I probably till I think when Gabby was started to become a teen, I realized oh shit, that approach don't really work.
Yeah.
Because they not in the same environment.
Yep.
Our parents like that because where we was growing up at, what we was around. So you got to be super hard on them. You really ain't got to be that hard on your kids.
Right.
You can teach them. But yeah, especially now having adult kids, I do listen more. I try to listen more. And I think that's made me better with the smaller ones. Just trial and error, mistakes. You got to make mistakes in order to become good at something.
That's just what it was. You brought up a great point a little earlier offline when we talked about how we might not have gotten things when we were young, but then as we become the parents, now we're just giving everything to them. We just, no, you can have it. Everything my mom and my dad told me no to, I'm just going to give it to you, because you're my son or my daughter. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You're gonna pay for it in the end. Nah.
I realized that over the last couple of Christmases, where because you doing Christmas shopping for your kids, and I would just try to we just get everything, and then this past year, legitimately, as I'm looking for stuff to get them, I'm like, oh, they got that, oh, they got that, oh, they got that, and it's I still got another 10 years of doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you don't always need 15 gifts. You can really just get them 5 really nice gifts and keep it moving.
Yep.
But I definitely guilty, like overcompensating because we grew up without everything.
Don't ask, don't touch.
Right, yeah. It was just like, you go in the store, you shut up, you don't touch nothing, you don't say nothing. You eat whatever you know what I'm saying? Whatever I give you. Now my kids got options and stuff like that.
2-3 different meals at the same time.
As where before you come in the house, whatever grandma made or
what?
That's if you either eat or go hungry.
Yep.
And
it's air for sleep. That's it.
And I think like that's where the disconnect, like at least in my experience, like a lot of the fallouts, like with my kids, we have like difficult times, is because they're comparing what I think is their perfect life to like whatever they seeing, with their friends and stuff like that, as where I'm looking like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Was you ever cold? Was you ever hot? Was you ever hungry? Did you ever have clothes that didn't fit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did you ever not have enough clothes or enough of this, enough of that?
Man, the word no was like kryptonite to them.
Yeah.
Even if you just say maybe not now,
right?
It throws them all the way off. Like you just told them F you, or you just slapped them or put them on punishment.
Especially with girls.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Especially with girls.
Boys, so yeah, and it's not like that. And I guess at a certain point, both of us did the same thing with overcompensating, and I guess when it comes down to the point of we having to reel it back in.
You good?
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
When it comes to the point of us having to reel it back in to say, okay, I'm dad.
Right.
It's some rules now. You're getting older. I need to start coming with rules, and we've been laxed with them the whole time. Maybe not totally laxed, but you're given because you didn't have. And then when you try and come with those rules and stand on them, it turns into a bad time.
Yep. Every time.
Bad time, yeah.
Every time, which leads me to like, what is, so, I mean, I'm just now like entering that area of having, like adult kids. So like being a parent to adult kids, like, I mean, it's probably more for me to get advice, but like I got a 22, 19, 18, and it's like they all 3 are different. 22-year-old, like she great. Like she's I think because Nick now she's 22, like she's in that space where she's figuring stuff out. She's a little more timid, like she's more relaxed. 19-year-old, she's kinda like, I don't think nothing has ever changed with her. She's just gotten older. She's still to me the same person she was 12. Like as far as like, and she listens well, but like the 18-year-old is like in that area where she's just like, how you're 18, I know everything. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like you got all grown kids. So how is that like being a parent, being a dad to grown ass kids?
It's wild, man. It's just, you know what it is? It's another learning experience.
Okay.
So now that they're adults, you've gotten past the point of them coming back to you and say, Dad, I'm going out with my friends. I don't know when I'm coming home. And you're like, you tested me. Like, come on.
Right.
Now. Like, come on, just, give me a time so I can go to sleep and be comfortable.
Right.
They test you. Mine so far, I don't have any real complaints. Had a falling out because it's a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
Had a falling out with my second to oldest that just went nuclear for no reason. With her. Yeah, I didn't know where to put it. Okay, that's good.
No, you good.
Where I had to instill rules. Even though she was older, I saw some traits that needed to be corrected,
right, in
order for her to step out into the real world. Because your dad, you can't turn off being dad at all.
Yeah.
So you're saying, I'm looking at the whole situation. I'm looking at how you're carrying yourself. Not that you're carrying yourself in a bad way, but hey, there could be some corrections here. Because when you leave a house, you're not only representing yourself, you're representing this family. You're representing who your father is, who your mother is. The family lineage. Whether you realize it or not, you you are.
Right.
So, there's still some rules and still some boundaries, and things just went haywire. And I guess that's another learning experience that I'm going through now. But for the most part, I don't really have any complaints. They're all working, all respectful, for the most part on their own. I have one at home still, and that's that boy.
Right.
That boy, boy, I tell you.
But I think is boys easier than girls?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To me, in my experience, boys have been much easier
All right.
than girls. Doesn't talk back as much.
Really?
There was a whole phase with them
Really?
girls. Oh, woo! They all come back. My son, we had one instance with him. Tried to set a rule on him, and he got smart, I guess, by being a baby, seeing his older sisters go through it, and them saying something, not realizing, hey, I can handle you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I can put you in the chest.
Yeah. I can handle you. I can't touch them. Plus, they
Right.
got their mom as they back.
Yep.
But me and him, we met up against a little wall and made a little dent, and looked at him dead in his eyes. Hey, boy, I'll kill you.
Right. No, seriously.
I mean, seriously, don't do that. I've already been tested.
Right.
You supposed to have seen it and say, I'm gonna give Dad a break. And I'm not gonna put him through that. Nope, they all gonna put you through it.
Having 5 girls, I always say, like, I never wanted 5 boys for that very reason. I'm like because we got strong genetics, so I'm like, imagine, like, if I don't want to fight 5 grown ass niggas to like have to put them in play. The girls, you can kind of yell, you can get a little aggressive and
Stand up,
yeah.
and they might.
Yeah.
But your boy,
It's like, I gotta really hurt you to get my point across.
and my boy bigger than me.
Yeah.
Imagine
y'all
your
tall.
son.
Y'all tall.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, I gotta slam
Now
you.
I gotta show you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Boys, yeah, dude. From my experience, my son was very easy.
Okay.
No biggie at all, kind of quiet, loves working, loves games. You might have to tell him a couple times about his responsibilities, the trash.
Right.
If you see some dishes laying around, just go ahead and do them. Don't add to them and just
Right.
walk away. But yeah, the boy, much easier. Much easier.
All right. So I asked you, like, as because like you're a married man, so cause that's like I feel like now, like with this social media, like thank God we didn't grow up in this era, but like everybody, everybody's looking for love and relationship stuff like that. So you're married. I mean, we both of us are married, divorced, and then you're married again. So like as a married man, is love built or is it found?
Ooh. Wow.
Because I don't even know the answer to that question. I'm 39. I don't even know. But I only ask you because I'm like, you're married. You obviously in love. You love your wife. Shout out to Mo.
So it has to be built.
Gotta be built.
From my experience, it would have to be, because you find just something new.
Okay.
Something exciting. Something I've never met this before.
Right.
Whatever the case may be. But love in a marriage, built, still building,
Right.
tear down, almost down to that last little brick before you just throw it all away and then rebuild. Yeah, it definitely has to be built. That's years and years of committing to, you're going to make this work.
Right.
But not everybody has that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I know a lot of married people. I know a lot of happy married people. I know a lot of fake happy married people. I know a lot of unhappy married people. And like that's why I'm so like, I mean, hopefully one day I will. I don't know if I will or I want. I would definitely say I would love to get married. Like if I was able to get into a real marriage, like absolutely.
what's a real marriage though?
But I mean, so like that's one that's built right. You know what I'm saying? Not no bullshit. Not to be petty, not the shit I was in before. Like, like really,
Real.
you know, find somebody that you really want to do life with, spend life with. You look forward to coming home to, that you feel comfortable having around your kids, introducing to your siblings, your parents. Like that is, I know for me, it's really hard to get there because it seems like everybody got motives nowadays. Like I'm in a dating world, so it's like it seemed like almost like 90% of people, they got like an ulterior motive, or they got some other shit that they working on that they not being honest about. And they not showing up. Like, I hate the word healing is like the main thing, but people be showing up, they not healed, they not being honest about the things that they going through, or whatever happened, like bringing whatever you experienced in a previous relationship and then you bringing that here. Like that's not where I'm at.
But it's like that in marriage as well. It's a lot of people that you could give an example of, they just got married because they were together for a long time.
Yeah.
Never addressed any of the things that, you know, they should have been addressing. Never addressing infidelity, you know, and never addressing why our communication is so poor, you know, and they just got married and thinking something is going to change. It's not, you know what I mean? It's just going to continue in a marriage, and it doesn't make sense. So it's a lot of communication, a lot of honesty, a lot of hurt, a lot of, I'm going to tell you some things, maybe even about yourself that you're not going to like, but I love you enough to work through them.
Right.
It's a lot of people that haven't made it to that stage. And there's a lot of marriages out there where people are just faking it to make it. Yeah. Like, you know, I can't say if it's more on the women or the men that just want to have the title and just want to say that they're married, but don't want to put that work in.
I think a lot of people don't want to put the work in.
I
think it's for show. Like, I know people now, and it's not to like, I know people now that are like married and like, they know like their partner is either a piece of shit or like stepping out on them. I mean, like constantly.
Really?
And like they tolerate it because of like whether it's financials or, you know, just like having access to cars, whatever it is, whatever they just know, like you kind of stuck.
Yep.
And that's what I said. That's what I don't want to be in a situation where I'm stuck or somebody's stuck with me and like we trying to coexist. If I gotta coexist with people, I want to coexist with people I work with. You know what I mean? Like that's a little different. I can leave there.
Yep.
But to me, I think like all I see now is I see a lot of just like dishonest, like I said, fake.
Yep.
And I know some people that are actually remarried, and it's a real genuine thing. And my boy Lewis, beautiful marriage. I was at his wedding, like it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my best. Like we talk, and I'm not just saying it because that's my best friend, but like he really is. You know what I'm saying? And his wife, you know, like they got a real marriage. They got kids. They take care of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not a money thing. It's we here to really take, like people think taking care of somebody is like monetary. No, taking care of somebody is like, damn, I notice your energy is off today.
Yo,
you know what I mean? Like, you know, I could, oh, you sick? I got you. You know what I'm
truth.
saying? That's taking care of somebody.
That's where it is. Like this, yo, you can go so far down this rabbit hole, but I think that it's a blessing for you to know someone and you've seen what appears to be, and in all actuality is a good marriage, right? Because there's a lot of people out here that have no idea.
Right.
You know, they're thinking, oh, Heathcliff and Claire, they the best, you know, around. And no, they not. They punching each other in the eye as soon as you leave the house. You know what I mean? And they just both wearing makeup and smiles. It's marriage is work. Do I think it's worth it? I definitely do, especially when our younger kids don't have the access to understand what a good marriage is. You know what I mean? None of us, our generation, I didn't know that many of them.
Yeah, I ain't seen. I mean, my mom wasn't married. I seen Pop was married briefly. Like it was,
a year.
It was quick. Yeah, it was quick. It was quick.
They got no one bad argument.
Yeah,
I know it was over.
I was like, damn.
I said, well, Wait, Pop leaving?
Yeah.
He's out of,
Yeah.
Wait, y'all said I guess I do mean I don't. Like,
Right.
Oh, okay, well. And it was a negative connotation to marriage on me.
Yep.
You know, when I was young, if one argument could kill a marriage, like.
But it's also about, like you said, going in for the right reason. Like I know definitely. I remember like when I got married. Like I'm texting people. I text you. Everybody was texting. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting married. Everybody text. Even you like, huh? Like it was just like, what's you know what I mean? It was quick. Like it was quick, and just as quick as I got married, just as quick as it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And that's. But again, like I can speak direct. Like I went into that for the wrong. We was doing it for the wrong reasons. It wasn't because we wanted to be each other. It was other things, factors going to, you know, we was doing it for the wrong reason. So that's why, like now, I really try to pay attention to people's upbringing, stuff like that.
How are you with your family?
Because I was raised by a Southern woman who I seen manage a household, love. Like my grandmother wouldn't buy gifts for her grandkids, and she can't get one for every single one. You know what I'm saying? So it was real family oriented. It was about taking care of each other, and I never understood it because I'm the same way. I'm quick to like cut people off so that. Like she was so forgiving. I'm like, it's like no, it's about family. It's about family. I'm like,
damn that.
Like, but grandma, they're a crackhead. Like, what do you mean? And it's like, no, we're family. And like now I get it as I get older.
Yeah.
Who had the biggest impact on your life, Zay?
Damn. Controversial.
All right.
And Pop was there.
Okay.
I want to say a mixture of Bill Cosby
Okay.
and Vita Sana, martial arts.
The
that
instructor.
we went in, yeah.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
Because, so like, Bill Cosby, I don't know the freaky stuff he was doing off stage. I don't know nothing about it. I know Heathcliff Huxtable. You know what I mean? Every Thursday night, the Cosby Show. He showed me what a family was supposed to be, even though I didn't have that family. You know what I mean? I just always looked and said, I want that. I want to be there for my kids. I want to be able to talk to them. I want to be able to discipline them without really having to put my hands on them because I never really saw him put his hands on them. But, you know, I want to be there. I want to be a successful black man. I want to show them what a black man is. So watching the Cosby Show and then also going on to a different world, it made me want to go to college.
Okay.
So, like, he kind of led me into a path of do right, get your education, treat your family right, treat your wife right, get your kids. You might have some bumps in the road, you know what I mean? But, you know, you could smooth it out. I learned later that was all fairy tale, but he really instilled some stuff into me. And then with martial arts through Vita Sana, like we was just talking about, where the first time I officially met Pop was just a discipline. You know, you are a strong black man. You're here to make a mark, protect the children, protect the women, you know, care about your community, you know, treat everyone with respect. So I guess I'd have to say a mix between those two entities. Of course, my mom was always there, but mom, you know, mom's going to be there.
Right.
You know, and you learn from mom, you learn, you know, the more sensitive side of how to, you know, deal with stuff. But biggest impacts on my life, honestly, was in the beginning, like Bill Cosby and being in African martial arts, Vita Sana.
I definitely think like with Pop, like with with Pop, I would say in two ways. So with him, he taught me how like not to be a dad as a dad, which and that's not like that's not like a shot at him. But,
No.
Like because like obviously now a lot of his mistakes as I became a dad, I understand it so much better because when you become adult, you have perspective and you like because I'm experiencing certain things. I'm like, oh, this is what was going on with you. She's acting just how my mom was acting. You're like, you know what I'm saying? And you playing like the chess game. But then on the other side of that, back to like the martial arts stuff, like Pop taught me how to fight. So like that alone, I mean, that's protection. Like forever. You know what I'm saying? So like, for me, I would say, that, and then of course like my kids, biggest impact absolutely after that immediately would be like my kids, because my kids, I even though they like spaced out and it's 5 girls, I feel like it's like I got to be a dad 3 different times, because the first 3 are all around the same area, and then Emma comes along, and then 5 years later I get to like do this shit all over again, and like now I'm done.
When Jordy came, I said, "Whoa,
but
okay.
like I feel like I'm able to be like a different type of dad with Jordan, because I got all this information,
all this past experience.
Yep, and it's like. And I be trying to break it down to them, because they kids, so they'll think like, oh, they'll probably get it one day, but like, oh, you treat one different. It's like, no,
but
like
it's not that.
I got so much information on what not to do now, as opposed to I did with the first one.
With my first 2 or 3,
yeah, I was learning.
I was learning with y'all.
Yep.
Like I'm trying to work. I'm trying to get the bills paid.
Yep.
I'm trying to spend time with y'all, but the world is just throwing too many things at me, so my time wasn't right. Now that I see how I messed up here comes another child. Let me take what I learned from this.
Yep.
Okay, maybe you could not focus so much. Not that my focus won't be at work so much, but I need to pour a little more time here to not make the same mistakes. And then that first round of children might look at you like, well, you ain't do that with me. Wait, I learned from my mistake.
Yep.
It's not like I love any of them any way different. I learned something, and I have to apply it differently. But
I'm pretty sure when Jordan and Emma become adults, I'm gonna be a much better adult parent to them than because I'm learning right now. And then they're gonna be 30 something, looking like, well, when I was 19, and it's like, no, I had to learn.
I had to go through that.
And
Oh,
that's my oldest one.
That's beautiful.
I get Pop grace, because like he came up in an era where like it's all right, like the man is just supposed to go to work and figure it out. You got to work. Nobody was teaching men, or I don't even want to say black men, period, like the balance, or like go to work and spend time with the kids. It was just, you got to go to work, you got to be the breadwinner, you got to provide. And protect. If that's drilled in your head,
that's all I had.
That's all I was taught. And that's all he seen in like the short span that his dad was alive. All he seen was his dad going to work every day, coming home late at night, and the bills was paid. So that's what he thinks how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I was in the beginning. I was like, well, I'm just gonna work 100 hours a week, and
thank God didn't.
We don't never have to worry about diapers.
Yep.
But then it's like, well, damn, shit.
No time.
You lost 3 teeth this week? I didn't even,
I didn't even see you to notice that.
That's why now I'm better with balance. Like I can, like now I think, knock on wood, so far I'm like, my schedule's really good. I'm able to like spend time with Jordan, go to work, go to gym, do other things, podcasts, do everything. Like I got it mapped out. I got a good schedule of work right now where my day allows me to do everything I want to do. But I'm never again, I'm going to allow myself to be confined to what I was just telling you. Like, you got to take breaks. You got to take breaks. You got to take time for yourself. I'm never going to be confined to work. Like, I got to be a provider and I got to take care of stuff, but I don't want to be overcome. Like, I know that's a bad, like, even when you're talking like mental health, like that's a bad space to be in, because you hitting the ground hard. And I remember them like working in restaurants, doing doubles, and then like you driving home and you damn near falling asleep. Like it's a dangerous game. So like I'm gonna continue. I'm probably gonna be texting you this shit every day. Z, like, take time for yourself. Take time for yourself.
I'm gonna need that, because that's something I definitely need, and I'm gonna definitely need support on that, because I don't, unfortunately, I don't know anything else. I haven't been able to get that luxury of time. But in talking to you off camera, it's like, if you don't love yourself to take it, you're gonna check out early.
Yep.
Then everything gone. Like, you made a lot of sense, and it makes sense.
So, with you being, you the chef, and for some reason, I brag about myself. I was like, all the guys like in my family, my brother can cook, I can cook. All them, like a lot of them in my family can cook, but you being a chef, where your passion for cooking come from?
Honestly, and it's crazy though. It came from being cheap.
Okay.
They came from being cheap. My first inkling into cooking was Pop made me clean out the basement one
Okay.
time. And my grandfather's, my mom's dad, was a chef.
Okay.
I did not know that. So I saw these little sheets. They were like this big. And it had like Chef Hammond, Chef G. Hammond, you know, whatever he made for the day and what he was getting paid. And I was like, Mom, what is this? And she was like, you know, your grandpa was a chef all throughout downtown. Everyone knows him. And I was like, oh no. He was old at this time. So,
right.
you know, he was just making crazy stuff, just trying to tell me to taste stuff. And I kind of threw it to the back of my mind. But the thing to be a chef was a couple of years ago, I just started seeing prices going up with stuff. And I like eating steak. I like eating steak and ribs.
Okay.
So went out one time, and I think they charged me like $90 for this little thin steak.
Sound about right.
And yeah, oh my God, man. So I've always worked downtown, and I've had the blessing of Reading Terminal.
Okay.
Now I can't remember my people's names, but this is where I shop. Halterman's.
Okay.
Halterman's is where I go for all my steaks. So I went there, found out I could get a steak for like maybe $25. This was way back, y'all.
Right.
Way back. And I just started, YouTube was up, and I just started looking like, you know, Andrew Zimmer and all these other chefs, and how do you make a steak? And I started playing around and started realizing I was making steak better than Texas Roadhouse and all them. And it just made me want to do more. Well, if I can make a steak, what else can I make? And how pretty can I make the plate? And, you know, they're charging me all this. And when I do it, I'm only spending like $30. Right. I'm feeding 2 people. Yeah. Oh, they making money. Oh, no, forget that. So, no, now I need to refine this and do that. But it actually came from being cheap. Well, not maybe the word cheap, but realizing I was really getting shafted. You know what I mean? For the prices that they were charging, you know, trying to take someone out. Back then, married, you know, taking your lady out, and you like, damn, $200.
Yeah, steakhouse bills. Yeah, steakhouse bills high.
Like, yo, but it really came out of just being cheap, and if they could do it, I could do it.
Absolutely.
You know, why not try it?
And Zuri can cook. Like you'll see. Like I'll put pictures on the video. I mean, I'll put pictures up on the video. Zuri can cook. He being very mild right. He can really like throw down like anything. Like when you be posted, like I'll see like shrimp. It'll be like these big ass jumbo shrimp. But again, like he pretty it up. It really you can like you doing your thing. It's nothing he can't make. It's nothing that he can't make. He really makes steaks. Macaroni, like really just all the fancy shit that be in the restaurants. So you got really good at it. But y'all was always curious. I'm like, because I remember like out of nowhere you just start cooking. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Yeah. That's how it all starts.
Mom and them was shocked. Everybody was shocked. It was like, you started cooking? I was like, yeah. Like I'm tired of paying these prices. And
right.
You know, if I could get 200, now I could treat all the girls, all the kids, all of us to a steak dinner.
Yep.
With big ass shrimp and maybe 2 of us that have a lobster tail.
Yep.
Like instead of just us 2, and we still gotta feed these little monsters at home. No, everybody eating steak and shrimp tonight.
Right.
And they big. So it was more of a it had to do with being if cheap is not the word, it's like cost effective with my family size. Like, because it wasn't just always me taking her out, because I still had to provide for the kids. Yeah. So, and I wanted them to know, especially my girls, like, McDonald's ain't the way.
No.
Don't let no little boy just keep taking you to McDonald's or Burger King or Olive Garden. None of that crap. It's better things out here, but the only way to really give them a look at it was to do it for him.
Right.
To say, if he can't even match dad,
right,
you know, then how much is he really? I mean, you know, right. I'm just trying to set a little barrier for them to, you know, and also to teach my son, like, son, you can do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no limit to what you can't do, because all I did was work.
Right.
I saw something, put my best effort forward, and look, we made a business out of it.
Right.
So I don't never want to hear you can't do something or you're scared to do something. Come to Pop. Let's talk about it. Let's push through it. But, yeah.
And I want to pick up. I remember because you brought up the Cosby's. I'm going to like go down rabbit hole fast. Like so like I think that's also the biggest disconnect. Like when you see like now like the youth, they always in trouble. They just crashing out. They robbing. They stealing. They doing all this stuff. Like we had like TV shows that had like examples and lessons. Like the Cosby Show, it would be cracking up, but it would be a lesson at the end of the show.
Lesson at the end.
Boy Meets World, Family Matters. Like you had shows, that would like tell you. Like Mr. Feeney always had some cool ass metaphor that would make you think. And then at the end of the Family Matters, it will always be like a moment where like it was it would be a one or two liner that would sum up the lesson from the episode every time. And I just think they don't have them shows
they don't
now.
Have it.
And they don't even have like
nothing.
Everything is like
everybody crashing out.
Yeah, and then like
crashing out is the fun thing to do with something.
Like we had after school specials. We had a lot of stuff that was like teaching kids and keeping them in the house, like having them on the straight and narrow. So I think that's kind of that's really what's missing.
Yeah, I definitely television, all social media plays a big role in the decline of, unfortunately, this group, I guess we want to call it, and I also believe that, them taking away a lot of the power to the parents plays a role as well. Like I was telling you earlier, you can't whoop your kids, you can't raise your voice at them, you can't do anything. And it's not like we all laugh at the videos on YouTube or whatever where you try and talk to your kids nice. Hey, Bobby, don't do that. Please calm down. And,
fuck you, Mom.
Yeah, and they keep coming back. But then when the parent raise up, Bobby, what the fuck I tell you to do? And they like this.
Yeah.
And then we're the bad parent. Yep. No, I tried like 7, 8, 9 times to tell you, hey, Bobby, don't do this. You're going to hurt yourself. Calm down. Do that. No, y'all don't want to listen. I think a balance needs to be there because the people, the institution, whatever, is taking things from us.
That's what it is. They don't want you to fuck your kid up so that they can grow up, get grown, fuck up out there, and they can put them in an institution, and now they profiting
money off.
That's what it is.
It's crazy.
And if you fuck your kid up, they put you in the institution.
They put me in that motherfucker.
And then your kid out here,
still going wild.
Yep.
And we gonna be fucking there together. What's up, Poppy? Son, you get the fuck out of here. No, we're not doing that.
That's another reason. Like I'm glad. I mean, like you have a great kid. All your kids are great, but your son, he was raised right. He's not in no trouble like that. But that's always been my feeling. Like if I had a son, I'm like having to worry about gangs, and like him selling drugs, and whatever, just being outside, and not even because that's what he want to do, but kids, peer pressure is a motherfucker. So if 3 of your friends sell drugs and you want to hang with them, you gonna be on that corner. You may not even be selling drugs, but you gonna be there because that's what your friends are. Because you're trying to fit in, you're trying to be cool. So I'm not having any more kids, but thank God I'm thankful I don't have I think that having a son would probably stress me out more than having the 5 girls.
Oh, it did.
Like
he stressed me out just being a young black man and him growing up and getting actually bigger than me real fast. Like he shot past me fast. The peer pressure of everyone, the peer pressure with drugs. I mean, with my family trying to move them out of Philadelphia to get them into quote unquote a better place, I ran into more weed in the suburbs than I did in Philly.
A lot of people that I know live in the suburbs tell me that they say like it's better schools, it's better neighborhood. They said, but the problem is the kids out there
access to way more,
and they trying to be like the inner city kids.
Yeah, they want to be thugs.
Right? It's like
hey boy, if y'all sit your man. Gotta watch what I say on air, but it's for real. You bring them out here, and these kids want to jump to. I'm from North. I'm tough. Boy,
they want to sell drugs. They want to kill. They want to do all that, and then you got the kids in the inner city just like, no, I want to go
dying to get out there.
Yeah, I want to go out there
to get away from it.
It's kind of like when they be like rappers want to be basketball players. Basketball players want to be rappers.
It's the truth. That really blew my mind to see that because they're wanting to be thugs, and my son and I, we used to laugh at that. And he was like, Dad, they out here tripping. Like they wouldn't survive one day because it was not to get off subject, but I took you know how they have this thing that's going on currently. Dad, what were you like in the 90s?
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
they're showing them.
Yeah.
So one time, my son was talking tough in high school, and I was like, "Son, you really not tough. Like you, son. I used to walk out the door and damn near got punched in my mouth all the time. Like just walking out the door. Yo, you was messing with my cousin and swing. You better learn how to duck and stay on the pivot." So I said, "Let me show him something one day," and took him for a ride. I was like, "I'm gonna show you where I grew up." And he was like, "What?" He was like, "Oh, all right. You know, I don't care. What, North Philly? I heard you grew up in North." And I was like, "Yeah, North. Yeah, North. Put a RF on it. Don't forget the TH. This is North.
Yep.
You about to see." So we get down there, turn on Lehigh. He looking all around. He like, "Hey, Dad, like, this is a little crazy around here. Nah, let's go up a little bit. 25th and Lehigh. He's seeing people just everywhere. He's like, "Dad." Took him on the block, Taylor Street. Going up Taylor, this boy locks the door. He was like, "Dad, people live on this block?" And I said, "Boy, I'll punch you in your eye. It's a lot of good people living on this block. It's a lot of good people living still here." So we got to the house. The house is still standing, still slanted, never fell. And I explained to him, like, we couldn't use the bathroom in the back because the back side of the house structure was slanted. So the only thing you could do is wash up. You saw a bathtub. Right. Better not sit in that mother. Right. You're going to go straight to the kitchen. So as I'm showing him the house and I'm trying to tell him, he's like, "Dad, there's people looking in the car. Dad, there's people looking in the car." I was like, "Yeah, because you're not supposed to stop in no block randomly in no North Philly." People like, "Yo, who you? Like, what you doing?" And he getting on, "Dad, we should move." I was like, "Yeah, that's that punk." Yeah, you're not built for this. You know what I mean? And even if I wrote, I'm just talking to my son. Oh, my bad. Oh, hey, oh, all right, you good? I just ain't know. You good, man? Don't worry. I'm trying to teach him a lesson. Yo, they need more of that, man. What, you used to live here? I was like, "Yeah, right here." "Oh, yo, I remember a couple people that used to live there." No worry. I'm just talking to him real fast. Just, I got to shake him up a little bit. Boy, that boy, if he could have drove out of North Philly at that, he was, "Dad, I'm ready to go, man. All right, I get it. I'm not tough. I'm not built. Boy, I could take you plenty places. I'll just drop you somewhere you could be crying."
Our kids don't realize how protected they are and were. Like, they don't get it. Even like I literally live in the same house I grew up in, but it's a different level of protection because everybody on this block was here when I was a kid. So y'all gotta appreciate the fact that Miss Hilda and Miss So-So and Mr. That, they are looking out for you on the strength of your dad.
That's right.
Because they know your dad's parents, and it's a rapport there. If we was on any other block, it would be something different. You know what I'm saying? And they don't get that. They really don't. You don't even know how many times you've been saved from danger and don't even know.
Don't even realize it.
Don't realize it because you don't see what's going on. You think Dad just driving fast. No, I'm driving fast because it's about to be a shootout.
It's about to be some book.
I see what's going on. You don't know how to identify that because you ain't grow up that way.
Because you're protected.
Yeah.
You don't know those signs. You ain't looking
at all.
You barely know what SEPTA is because I take you everywhere. You ain't been to see the craziness on that.
Kanaya just now, and she still can't really get around the city, but Kanaya, she just learned how to get to my house on the bus, I think, in the summer. Kanaya just turned 20 last week. So, like, and I'm like, that's a testament to the parents. Like,
that's right.
Like, but I'll be needing them to understand that. Like, I want you to know how to get around. I don't want you to need to know how to get around something. I need you to be, like, in cases of emergency, I am concerned because you don't know anything of it in the car.
Yeah.
So they've been nothing,
protected
nothing
in a bubble. All that, and it's like
What's your best childhood memory, Z?
Damn.
I love making the older people have to think.
I guess. Oh, that's cold with the older.
Because I
guess gymnastics, definitely.
All right.
Doing gymnastics up in Germantown, the YMCA. Gymnastics was a good time. I guess not having. I guess being in the bubble ourselves.
Right.
Because you know what I mean, like I was really able to do gymnastics in a real area, you know, not just flipping on a dirty mattress, worrying about getting stuck with a needle. You know, my mom paid to, you know, I was at the Y and they had a swimming pool, they had a trampoline, you know, I guess that and hanging out with my friends and not having to worry about getting kidnapped or nothing. Although, dig this though. Remember when we was little, they might have stopped by the time you was even looking, but maybe not. The only way we knew about kidnapped kids was the back of the milk carton.
Milk carton, yeah. The milk carton.
If you ain't eat milk, I never heard
at
of
all.
that shit.
Because it wasn't on the news.
No.
It wasn't even like missing people in the newspaper or none of that. Like,
just have you seen me on the back of milk and you be eating your Captain Crunch like, or your Kicks?
Yep.
King Vitamin.
Yeah, King Vitamin.
Man, I ain't even gonna front like I wasn't in them lines. King Vitamin
King
and
Vitamin.
Kicks. Yeah, I know them cereals. And you just happen to look at the milk and have you seen me? You're like, damn. But you just turn it around and keep on
keep on going because it wasn't 10 times out of 10 it was somebody you didn't know. They was in, I don't know, North Jersey.
Ohio somewhere, whatever. But you just never, I guess we were in a bubble too.
And speaking of like the bubble, I also, even though like we grew up in like bad neighborhoods or like bad times, again, like it was a different era. Like drug, like if at 14 and 15, if I tried to sell drugs, the big time drug dealers in the neighborhood would snatch me up, whip my ass, bring me home. I caught him out here trying. Yep, and you know, like they would no, this is not the life you want. They would
tell you.
Yeah, you had real like old heads that was giving knowledge and stuff like that. Now, like I was talking to a guy at work recently. He 22. He was saying like at 16, 17, what he was trying to do, crash out. He tried to crash out and stuff, and he was like, I'm like, well, what was your old heads? He was like, I mean, my old head technically, he was like 22. He's still a baby. You get what I'm saying? Y'all not all the like. The drug dealers is not around no more. It's all young people, and they all coming from like a space of like, where some of them probably need therapies. They don't have dads, or they don't have both parents. You know what I mean? And they reactionary to everything, and that's you selling on my block. I'm gonna kill everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I had an old head named Gilly.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Gilly had a little arm, and a regular arm. And he was the big bull. Hanging out on Mannheim. I guess that's still north to me.
Yeah.
Or Germantown. Yeah. And I was tired of my mom telling me no. I needed haircuts, all like that. And, you know, I went and said something to him. He was like, I tell you what, if you can rumble me and beat me, I'll talk to you about it. But I'm telling you, this ain't the life you want.
Right.
When I tell you he beat the shit out of me with just that little arm, just look only extended like that.
Right.
At the most, he beat the dog shit out of me and told me to take my dumb ass home. He was like, I know your mama, I know you in martial arts, I know this, I know your uncle, I know all these people, and you gonna come to me asking me to do something stupid like that? Boy, you damn near get straight. He ran down my life. I'm like, nigga, you on the corner.
Right.
But he knew, and he was like, you ever come back to me again, I'm gonna really give you something to hurt about. I was like,
it's like they would tell you like I'm doing this because I can't do nothing else.
Right.
You can actually
you got
do
a
something
choice.
else. Yeah, you have options.
They kept you out of that. It's totally different now. They bring you in at 10.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you want that work? Come on, young boy, I got you.
Yep. I mean, because like you're my big brother, so I get a lot of advice from you. I feel like you got a lot of knowledge. So, like, what would be your advice to like young men trying to figure out whether it's like they young parents, they young in college, you know what I mean, whatever, they just young in life. Like, you know, what's your advice to them?
At no matter what age, if it's available to you and it can be done, therapy. I think therapy would have changed a lot of the decisions that I would have made if I would have had access to that earlier. Okay. And I'm not even going to blame that on my mom because when I was in my wild and out stage, she did put us both in therapy.
Okay.
But I'm speaking about Marcus.
Right. Yeah.
But I think therapy, if you can't have access to therapy, life isn't as bad as it seems. It's fucked up. It is. But you said you come to me for advice. You were just giving me the advice about take some time, walk away from all the bullshit if you can.
Yeah.
And try and let something go. Try and find space for yourself. If you're just in a bad spot, even if you could just go for a walk just to get away from people.
Yeah.
Find a safe space and start to unload. It don't make you a bitch. It don't make you a punk to reach out to an old head that you might know or a person that you respect or you might got your eye on, like, yo, that's a thorough person. It doesn't make you less of a man to want to talk to someone.
Yep.
It doesn't make you less of a man to go off somewhere and cry to unload some shit. Because it's hard being a black man, period. Hard being a man. I don't know what it's like to be a white man, but
Right.
shit ain't easy over here.
Black man is hard.
Nah, yeah, I don't care how good we make it look. It ain't easy. So I just encourage these young men who are going through things that seem like it's world ending and stuff like that. You're built way stronger than that. It used to be called built Ford tough, but Ford is a piece of shit. Built Toyota tough or something like that. I don't know. Tank tough, anything. But life is rough. You're not always going to smell the flowers. You're going to step in some shit. But take some time for you if you can. And always look for, because there's always someone somewhere in your community that you can talk to. You might even find a police officer.
Yeah.
That's patrolling. That, it's a lot of them. I got family that's cops, and I love them, so I know there are good police out there.
For sure.
But it doesn't make you less of a man, just in all totality, to find someone to talk to. You need to let that out.
And I'm a scream it to the day I die. Therapy is the greatest thing I ever did for myself.
Yeah.
Shout out to my girl Shakira, because she was the one that talked to me, motivated me, made me comfortable going to do it. But therapy is the best thing I have ever done. You unravel shit you didn't know that you had going on.
That's real.
And speaking of a form of therapy, I remember, and it's crazy because so I haven't touched my PlayStation in over a month, probably longer than that. That used to be our therapy. We would work all day, come home, and get on the game for till 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Game.
And I was thinking, it just hit me saying, I'm like, yo, we get so busy with being dads, husbands, son, everything we got going on that the small things that we was doing that leveled us out. We just stopped doing it. Which is why, again, you gotta find whatever it is you like to do. Whatever it is your hobby. For me, it's like I said, it's the gym, it's running. And then obviously talking to my therapist, but that's my my me time where I can just go and zone out. Put a podcast on or put a movie on, whatever, a TV show, anything.
Some background,
yeah. And just do it. But yeah, therapy is I tell every time I'm talking to somebody, therapy is the best thing I ever did for myself. And then again, like he said, surrounding yourself with people that you can rely on. I know whenever stuff get rough for me, my homegirl Shakira, I remember when that shit happened last year with the gun and all that, I FaceTime my brother early in the morning. It was 7:02.
Yeah.
He answered. He was like, I know if you FaceTime, there's some shit going on. And his first thing was are you okay? Yep. And I was like, yeah, we start rapping. And so just having people, we get so caught up in you gotta talk to somebody every day. You really don't. You can text people and stuff like that, but we at an age where at least I know that's not gonna work for me because we all so busy and stuff like that. But have people that are gonna answer the phone the moment they call, the moment you call, and I think you'll be in a better space.
Yeah. Having a small circle too.
Yeah.
Having a gang of homies is not what you think it is.
Nah, it's not. I don't want no entourage.
Nah.
I don't.
Small circle. You might got maybe handful. Like less than 5. Like your circle gotta be tight because you have to be able to trust these people with everything you are. Your highs, your lows, your secrets, your goals, all this stuff. And if you got around 15, 20 people calling them your homies, somebody is low-key hating
for sure
on you that you even have a dream.
Yeah. That I was talking about recently, like people that aren't supportive of the things that you're doing, you're trying to do. You're like, it don't matter what it is. It could be religion, it could be cooking, it could be podcasting, it could be going to the gym, it could be artwork. Like you have to pay. It costs you $0 to support somebody. Like which is why my new thing I do, like on Instagram, put that repost thing on. I only repost people stuff that I know, like whether it's your food or like somebody I don't repost famous people shit because they don't need it. They don't need it. So I'm like, even if everybody may not be looking for a chef, but I know 2,000-3,000 people out of that group, somebody's looking to get some shit catered. You know what I'm saying? If you got a book release, everybody don't like to read, but I know out of the group people I know, somebody likes to read. Yeah. So I think it costs $0 to like show love and support one another, and I pay attention. As I gotten older, I've gotten really better at that. And sometimes like it don't mean you got to cut those people off, but you just got to understand like, all right, in my main space, those people aren't for me. Maybe they just good to go hang out and get a drink with.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
good
you
to watch
got
TV
those.
With.
Yep.
But I know when I'm like trying to collaborate and I'm trying to like really build something, I understand who's going. Like when I make it there, I already know who's going to be there. Like, and it's the people that are close, that are really close to me, and that's like you said, that tight circle, people that's really supportive of you. With you being, but the last thing I got for you, you being the great chef and cook that you are. 3 people dead or alive that you would love to cook for.
Oh, shit. Michael Jackson, number 1.
Okay.
Got to be.
Okay.
He another Virgo. I would have loved to meet Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Dead or alive. See, I've cooked for Pop. Cooked for Mom. I wouldn't mind busting it up with Mike Tyson.
Okay. That'd be a good one.
I would love to get some food with Mike Tyson. Yo, honorable mention, I've already done it, but it's a couple Eagles.
Okay.
I fed a couple Eagles. And that was just a dream come true. But
I remember.
Number 3. I said Mike Tyson.
Dead or alive.
Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
That's a strong woman.
Okay.
I would just love to hear her stories.
I'm an overthinker. I watched the movie and like I ain't trying to discredit it, but when I'm like, if they really like swam across a river, like infested,
with alligators, snakes, all that shit that could kill you instantly.
I'm like to me that is like, you know what I mean, like
gangster. That's crazy.
I think Tyson would be good. I would love to meet Tyson. I got like in my phone on my notes, I got like a list of people, famous, not famous people I know, like it's a list of like 80 people that I want to get on my podcast. So because that's really my plan. Like this is going to be something big. And Mike Tyson is on, like he would be, to me, I just think like Mike Tyson remind me kind of like my mean uncle Clyde. Like when I was growing up, he was just like, seemed like he was crazy and mean. And then like now they both run the same age, but they in like that grandfather stage where they just like so nice, so welcoming. Like you see him with the what's his name? I think Hashibi. He like a midget, but he's a grown man.
Little dude.
Yeah. He thought he was a baby, and he's like all tickling and stuff like that. They like, it's a grown man. He like, I didn't know he was a grown man.
Mike Tyson,
right? And it's like, but
right, man. He doing what?
Right. But he like now he's so relaxed and calm.
Yeah.
And like I see a lot of his interviews. I wish he would bring his podcast back because he had a great podcast.
Yes.
He was really good at. He had like great stories to tell. But I just love how he is now. It just shows like it shows like the level of maturity.
Yes.
How you grow as a man.
Yes.
Like, and he's just like, I remember when he said like they asked him like, what would you do if you wasn't a fighter? He was like, it's good that I was a fighter because I'd have been a killer. And I was like, what?
That's a crazy answer. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's real.
But he been through so much stuff in his life. Like when I read up and I see like his story, like he really been through like a lot.
Yeah, lost a kid too, right?
Like
yeah.
I had a cousin that had to bury. That's one of my biggest fears. I
Amen.
never want to have to bury any of my kids because like my cousin he had to bury his daughter and it was like I just like it ain't like what do you say like it's nothing like you know what I mean like I just see him and give him a hug and it was like there's nothing that anybody can say to like you know what I'm saying to make you feel better, to make you more comfortable, because you never like I took a psych class and like I remember they was breaking down like the brain and death that like the mind is not designed to understand anything that suddenly happens that wasn't supposed to. So like it's just like when you see people that's losing their mind when like their car get totaled out of nowhere, you was not expecting to walk out your door and see like so like mentally you can't even process that. And the same thing with death, like you can't they're supposed to be putting me in the ground that's and right. Like I'm not. Yeah, you really just check out, man.
You can't process that.
Hell no.
Like what did you say? Who? What?
Yeah.
And wait a minute. Nah.
Yeah.
It's a that's a lot. But yeah, I think you got your three. I think you named them.
So with a cook for, right? I mean, no. I was just saying. So 3 people that I would like to interview, it would definitely be. I would say. Now, if I wanted to interview 3 people, tell you something, but the top 3 people I probably would love to interview probably be Jay-Z, Dave Chappelle.
Dave.
I would love to sit down with Dave Chappelle. Like apps, like he just what I love about his comedies, like specials and stuff, is like they funny, but they also everything about it's informative and it's real. It's very like
real. It's
so current with the stuff that's going on. Yeah. And it's like, but it's funny, but he also giving you the truth.
He telling you something.
Dave Chappelle, Jay-Z, and my third person I probably interview alive. Maybe dead or alive, I was probably Tupac. But if I can't get a dead one, I would probably say Kanye. I would love to sit down with Kanye. Because as crazy people try to make him seem to be, I think Kanye is probably like one of the closest to like sane.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just that people don't understand him. Yeah. I don't think Kanye's crazy.
That's just the way he processes shit.
Right. He sees things differently. And I think about the million times that like I process something differently and people looked at me like I was nuts. And it's like, no, like you don't see that? And it's like, all right, I'm different. You know what I'm saying?
And how much let that be?
But he a lot of his interviews when you see him, like he's smart as hell. He's not stupid.
Yeah. So I got a question for you because I don't know if were you at the end?
No, go ahead, bro, go. I ain't got no time limit.
So I always wanted to ask what made you and what keeps you going on with creating this safe space.
So for me, it was about mental health. Without, because I haven't shared it, but without getting into like direct detail, you was there when I went through something really difficult in my life. And I just remember coming out of that, and then like specifically, so something happened with me, and I remember when I got out the hospital, they gave me a paper to go. This is where you go. This is where you gonna go for therapy. And I'll never forget going there, and these people didn't know who I was. I'm like, I'm here. They told me I'm scheduled here for 9:00 today, and I never got help like at all. And then as I got older, obviously, it was other avenues, stuff like that. But then when I finally went to therapy, I went to therapy while I already had the podcast. But I always had an idea for a podcast. But I felt like I always had a lot of information. I'm a dad. I got information that I could help somebody with. And then tacking on, once I started therapy, it was like, oh, shit, I'm tapping into this whole new area of myself. I got information, even if I just help one person, episode, a year, a month. Like, I just feel like I get the feedback giving people, like I have a lot of people in about dad shit, about being divorced dad stuff they're going through. Guys that's afraid to go to therapy, they wasn't comfortable. I'm like, nah, bro. They're like, what'd you do? I'm like, I do it. I got it on an app. It's BetterHelp. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you ain't gotta go in nobody's office. You can do that if you want to, but you can get right on FaceTime or you can just get on a call with your therapist and make sure you find. The hardest thing is finding a good therapist, because the first therapist I had was bullshit. I would get on the phone, we would talk, run everything down, And then he just like, he wasn't holding me accountable. He was telling me I was doing anything right. And I was like,
nah.
no, there's no way. There's no way I'm doing everything right.
Right.
And I got a new therapist, this old lady named Judy. Older, I don't want to say older lady, but she's definitely, Miss Judy probably, she got to be every bit of 65. But she be like holding me accountable. I remember like, because you can't lie to your therapist.
That's right.
So I remember this is like in the beginning where I was having issues with my daughter's mom, and she was like, well, are you still sleeping with her? She went straight to it, and I was like, "Oh well, yeah." Every now and again, she was like,
Hit you right
and she's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's right.
She's like, "You are your own problem." She's like, "You can't get these other things in line because you're still doing that." So she's thinking one way, and you're thinking another way. You got to create boundaries, and that was the main. She was like, "You got to make boundaries with everybody." See, you got a friend that's making you uncomfortable. You got to let them know what you're making you uncomfortable about, and then either they're going to correct it, but you address it. So now you can step away because you put the information out there. So like for me, it's just really now it's really about like therapy, and that's why I try to have a lot of people on that like got knowledge or been through stuff. Like again, you're my big brother. Like I look up to you. Like I get a lot of my information come from you. A lot of my advice come from you. So I bring people on that I know have experienced stuff and got not just experienced bad stuff, but experienced good stuff. Because I want people to see both sides. Like I don't want people just like my brother is a guy. He was in a marriage. He got divorced, and then he found love again. So like for someone that just thinks that's got out of it, you know what I mean, got divorced and he just think it never can happen again. There's always, I believe there's somebody out there for everybody. I firmly believe in that.
I agree.
But like you're proof of that. Like, but you also have to do the work yourself. Like both of us, our marriages didn't work out just because of one person. It was a union. So both people was in some way, shape, or form was doing something wrong. Yeah. So it's like that's the main thing with therapy. Again, one, being honest with them, but being honest with yourself. People like if you, my friend Shakira, she famous for that. If you lie to your therapist, you wasting your money. Yeah. Like you go and you're telling them because now that's kind of narcissistic. You want them to just believe and be on your side. And it's like, no, when I tell my therapist, I want you to tell, this is what happened this week. This is why I feel this way. What did I do wrong? Yeah. And then also I'm heavy in the prayer now. Like I wasn't always like that, but I'm heavy. I have a accountability tracker. It's actually over there. Like, and the first check mark on the top is pray. Did I pray today? I pray every day. Like that. If one box if that's the only box to get checked every day, it's gonna be that I pray. And nice. I really believe, like as I've gotten older, I become more spiritual. I believe whatever you believe in. Whether it doesn't, I don't care what you are, Jewish, Muslim, Catholic, Baptist. There's no way. My boy Dosing, which is on here. The last episode, there's no way that you could think all this shit happened and like nobody created anything, nobody's responsible for it. We're not just here because like somebody snapped their fingers and no, I believe there's a higher power, somebody's controlling everything. But and while I do believe somewhat stuff is like predetermined, but I still think we got to do our part. You still got to do the work. You still got to, you know what I mean? Like I just can't be like, well, God's gonna send me a wife. No, I gotta prepare myself. I gotta become a husband.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Become husband material. I'm gonna be a good dad one day. No, I gotta work on being a good dad. I gotta make mistakes, learn from. I gotta do this shit. So yeah, the creating the podcast is really just about, really just literally a safe space for men, like an area where we can come and discuss the things that we are taught that we cannot talk about. Because again, coming up, therapy was not something that you could. No, boy, it's something wrong with you.
Yeah, you don't talk about.
You can't talk about.
Go sit down. Sit down somewhere.
I feel like I might want to hurt myself. Or I'm going through something. I'm stressed. Boy, you 13. What you know about?
You
like
don't
no,
know
like
about stress. Go sit down.
Yeah, and I equate that to like, again. And I'm still guilty of this. I'll probably be better at it by the time Emma gets to that age of where she's 13 and she, quotation mark, has a boy that she likes or a boyfriend in high school. But you got to think about the first girl that you like when that didn't work out and how you felt and how devastating that shit was.
Heartbreak.
Right. But like we adults and we like, huh? Yeah. That's nothing. But we looking at it from the perspective of like, that is minimum for when you really get your heart broke.
Yeah.
But I having to understand it now, like, and I didn't have it with my first three girls, but now I look at it like, yeah, when that happens with Emma, I'm gonna be a lot more consoling and empathetic towards it because at 13 or 14 or 16 or 20, hopefully, her first heartbreak is going to be like the end of the fucking world. You gotta, yeah. Like my first heartbreak, I was young. I was like, I thought my life was over.
My life was over too.
Yeah, and then like 50 relationships later, it's like, yeah, like. But again, like that's part of being like that's part of being like a good parent, not just a mom or dad. It's just like I think we gotta do a better job of like when something happened with our kids or they going through something, like pausing and being like, all right, when I went through that, like put myself directly in their shoes. Like, oh, okay, let me get them some grace, whatever. If they got an attitude today, find out really really ask your kids, like, what's going on? Is everything okay? Because it may not be as bad to you, but it's really the end of the world to them. Sometimes you may have a kid that's used to getting straight A's and they get a C. It's the end of the fucking world for a kid that never saw a C. Yeah, it's like they're ready to burn everything down. So
I definitely think that was one of the things, like we were talking earlier about the phases.
Yeah,
and just trying to go back, like you just said, go back to when my heart was broken. Instead of saying, "Oh, girl, that ain't love. Shut up."
Yep.
Go somewhere. You be like, "All right, come here. Come sit down with Dad.
Yeah.
You know, let me go get your favorite little drink or something. Just let's go ahead and, you know, I might wipe a tear and don't really want to because I might want to hurt this little boy.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Let me console her and say, all right, let it out. Talk. Let's talk about it and, you know, get through it. That's a totally different, you know, experience and growth as a parent and especially a father.
Yeah.
We just ready to go hurt. Like Hulk smash.
I'm ready. I'm
like,
somebody gotta die.
Cry?
Like,
yeah. What you mean you cry? I'm make him cry.
And I'm still guilty of that a little bit now. Like I ain't gonna lie, I really just kind of realized like in moment, like while we here, like cause all my older kids, they all in relationships and stuff like that. And I'm really nonchalant about it. I'm like, I like jokingly say like, you may or may not know this guy in 10 years, this and that. When I should probably be more encouraging, like hopefully you do know this guy in 10 more years. You know what I'm saying?
What's y'all plan?
Yeah, because I think for us, because we experience so much, we feel like life is the best, you know what I mean, you know, experienced teacher. And I think that now, like, our kids can get the experience, but don't got to be the same way we learned. Like, I learned what a good and a bad relationship was by being in a bunch of different relationships. Mm-hmm. Our kids could probably really learn how to be in a good or bad relationship by being in a one relationship if it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that'd be. But I'm always like, oh yeah, you're not gonna know this person in 5 or 10 years. Like I'm guilty, and I gotta stop doing it. I'm guilty. I gotta stop doing that because it probably could either discourage one or discourage them from sharing information with me, stuff like that. But it's just how I look at it because I'm just like, well, yeah, when I was 19, I was with your mom, and now look, like that's how I look at it, like, you know what I mean? Selfishly, but yeah, so.
Yeah, it's like, you want the facts or what? But all right, let me just chill. Yeah.
Well, before we get out here, you know, where can people find you? Plug your business, man. Let the people know where they come get this good food.
Oh man. Phone number 215-500-0308. Currently cooking out of Delaware, but we deliver to everywhere now. Everywhere. Economy is not right for a brick and mortar right now.
Right.
But, you know, in time for my own brick and mortar, you know, working out of a ghost kitchen. But, I mean, email Zuri Cooks for you at, it's Zuri Cooks, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. And that's it, man. I'm excited. Hey, y'all, listen. I know
and Zuri Cooks on Instagram as well. All one word.
Yeah, Zuri Cooks on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of them. Yo. Y'all don't understand. My brother made some green tea. I've been tearing this shit up. This is so good, y'all. And I'm going to try and get the recipe because y'all see he all swole. I'm swole in a different type way, you know. But
I'm always welcoming people to come to the gym, to the track, walk. Work out, whatever. Like you ain't gotta go a mile if you want to come to the track. I will walk. I tell people all the time, we can walk a mile. It don't really matter to me. Like I'm, like I just want to get people out. Like I'm really into this. Like I've really, because I've been working out. I want to say I'm 39. I'm basically 40. So I'm 40 this year. I started working out when I was trying to get into the Navy. Like I was like 26. And then I got in a little bit of trouble. And then that went away.
You've been going hard.
Yeah. So, but I want to say like the last 4-5 years, I got like real serious about it. Where I really, because when you get older, you got to monitor what you eat. When I was 20, 30, all the way to like 34, I could eat a cheesesteak and go to the gym. I eat a cheesesteak now. You wake up the next morning, you feel it. Like you really feel like it's
sluggish.
Yeah, but it's about what they put in the food. So you can eat a cheesesteak. Now I tell people you can get they sell it at the market. If you want to get a cheesesteak, you can get like, you know how they make the fresh steak shavings. Like they'll have them.
Ribeye shavings.
Yeah. You can get those, and it tastes just as good, but it's fresher. It don't have all them chemicals in it, all that extra stuff in it. So I gotten really good like lately, definitely this year, being up on like supplements and all. I ain't gonna run down what I take, but like legal supplements, like
I'm gonna figure some out,
like vitamins.
I need them
like
joints
that.
too. Need some of them.
But yeah, man, brother, I really appreciate you coming through, man. I really appreciate you taking the time, man. I want to show the world who my big brother was. They always
I'm
say
shorter than him, y'all. the chair is just listen. I'm the little brother. I'm just old.
That's the same. I showed somebody the picture like me, you, Tammy, and Marcus, and I'm the baby, but I'm taller than everybody. It's like the strangest.
The shortest one is the old.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But man, no, it was a pleasure being here. I want to come back. I would love to be invited or come back more because there's so many topics, so many things to talk about, especially how we definitely share the girls, raising these girls into
8 between
young women. Yeah, 8 between us. And it's a lot, it's a lot. And I'm pretty sure there are other fathers out there who are in the same situation or even banging their head up against the wall with these young ladies because it's not easy.
Girls are.
Woo!
I still. So I don't have obviously I don't have a son, but I always had the opinion that girls were easier than boys. He has both, and he told me they not. I'm just thankful that I don't have 5 boys. I could.
Oh yeah, one of them through the wall, permanently in the wall.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Girls are something special, but they definitely teach us how to listen, and just how to. They actually grow us up to be a better person.
Yeah.
I gotta give you that. Like stress, but still, they bring something.
Girl, I think girls take care of you. Like they, at least my girls, like they pretty good about like checking in or seeing, like, hey, how you doing, Dad? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They protective. I would imagine once I get like somebody real significant, like especially the one just like that one, she's going, where you from? Like she's the
got you.
Yeah, like what? Who's your dad? Like she's gonna ask the zillion and one question.
Girl,
like she's the one. They real protective, which I'm grateful for that. But yeah, man, it's been an experience. It really, and it continues to be one.
Continues to be
because I would imagine. I hope before this year. I hope I got another. I was talking to my daughter about that. I was like, I hope I got like another 10 years of, nobody making me a granddad. And she was like, why would it be 10 years? And she's like, because she's 20. She's like, I want to have my first one by the time I'm like 27. I was like, I need to be 50. Yeah, that's what I said. I need to be at least 50. I need to be a real granddad. Yeah, that's what I'm telling them. I'm like, you don't really want to have kids. But that's the new kind. That has entered the discussion. Like that. Like not that she's looking at it, but she's talking about it now. Where she's letting me know, like, no, if I do want to have somebody else, but she only wants one. She's like, if I have a daughter, I'm done.
That's it. That's fitty.
But I told them, I said, whoever has the boy,
it's
over. Yeah, he gets spoiled. It's over. Yeah, he gets spoiled. It's over. I'm gonna be the granddad that gets the during son for the weekend and send him back and hit your problem. Like I ain't disciplining. I ain't.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm buying everything. He going every pair of sneakers.
My first boy. So just sorry.
Yep.
It is what it is. No, that's dope.
But as usual, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Until next week, peace.
Peace.